राखो शरणाई। तन तन रामदास गुर, तन तन रामदास गुर। जिन सिरया तिन सवारिया, जिन सिरया तिन सवारिया। तन तन रामदास गुर, तन तन रामदास गुर। जिन सिरया तिन सवारिया, जिन सिरया तिन सवारिया। तन तन रामदास गुर, तन तन रामदास गुर। पूरी होई करामात, पूरी होई करामात। आप सिरजनहारे धारिया, आप सिरजनहारे तारिया। सिखी अते संगति, सिखी अते संगति। पर ब्रह्म कर नमस्कारिया, पार ब्रह्म कर नमस्कारिया। अटल अथाह अतोल तू, अटल अटल अथाह अतोल तू। तेरा अंत न पारा पारिया, तेरा अंत न पारा पारिया। तेरा अंत न पारा पारिया, तेरा अंत न पारा वारिया। तेरा अंत न पारा वारिया, तेरा अंत न पारा वारिया। जिनी तू सेवया आओ कर, जिनी तू सेवया आओ कर। से तुद पार उतारिया, से तुद पार उतारिया। लब लोभ काम क्रोध मोह, लब लोभ काम क्रोध मोह। मर करे तुद सपर पारिया, मार करे तुद सपर पारिया। तन सो तेरा ठान है, तन सो तेरा ठान है। सच तेरा पेश कारिया, सच तेरा पेश कारिया। नानक तू लहना तू है, नानक तू लहना तू है। गुर अमर तू बिचारिया, गुर अमर तू बिचारिया। गुर दिठा, गुर दिठा तमन साधारिया, गुर दिठा तमन साधारिया तन तने रामदास तन तने रामदास जिन सिरिया तिन सवारिया जिन सिरिया तिन सवारिया तन तन रामदास गुरु तन तन रामदास गुरु बोलो वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह फतेह वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह हाँ जी वाहिगुरु जी how's everybody today
Good.
yes I heard somebody say good who said good
Awesome.
हाँ जी
Awesome.
oh you're awesome that's wonderful okay I think Rajveer ji is a little bit late today it's already 7:30 right
Right.
Okay, no worries. Shall we wait for him for a while or shall we start with the Aaukhadh Guru Name Jugad Mere? What do you like? Anybody? Or would you like to share something, anyone?
Guru Ji, Satnam, I'm Guru Jaswan.
Hi, Ji.
Ji, how are you, Ji?
Very good, Ji. Welcome, Ji. Are you handling the program today?
No, I'm not joining. I'm just letting you all know Rajveer is going to arrive in about 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Ji. Then let's do Rogante or Sorgante. Since remember he was talking about it last week and he was saying we should sing that Shabad too. Is that okay, everyone?
Yep.
Yep, let's do that, everybody. Rogante Arsogante Jal Jogante Bahopant Bachave Rogante Arsogante Jal Jogante Bahopant Bachave Rogante Arsogante Jal Jogante Bahopant Bachave. Everybody, Rogante Arsogante Jal Jogante Bahopant Bachave. सतर अनेक चलावत घाव तो तन एक न लाग न पावे सतर अनेक चलावत घाव तो तन एक न लाग न पावे राखत है अपनों कर दे कर पाप समूह ना भेट न पावे राखत है अपनों कर दे कर पाप समूह न भेट न पावे और की बात कहाँ कह तो सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे Rogante, everybody. Rogante, Jal Jogante, Bahopant Bachave. Rogante, Arsogante Jal Jogante Bahopant बचावे। बोल वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह, वाहेगुरु जी की
Fate.
Haji Rajveer Singh Ji, would you like to take over, sir?
Waheguru Ji ka I'm trying to
Waheguru Ji ka
make
Khalsa,
you
Waheguru Ji ki
co-host this. Make co-host. All right. Whew. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Hamid Nepal. We will do that Shabbat again.
Okay, Ji.
What tune in? तेरी मेहर दा बोलना तुदी आगी अरदास हमारी गुरु गुरु वाहे गुरु गुरु रामदास गुरु आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह Okay, let's do cannonball fire breath. You inhale deep from the nose, you fire out the breath, exhale from mouth. We are only going to do 5 times, so you allow yourself to sit very straight. This is to release tension, stress, and for me today I was rushing to arrive here. Many things happened today that needed clearing, and I myself need this breath. Even in the morning, there's a practice. My dear friends, a car care was started that time during COVID. People were not breathing. People were not breathing. The breath became very shallow. And when the breath is shallow, it's a start of many problems. Two things. When the breath is shallow, it's a start of many problems. When the soul is not fed, when the kharak is not given for the soul, it's a start of many problems. And the problems are with the self. So this breath releases tension, and when you feel you are going fast, and anyone who panic attack, you can do it in a simple way. All we do, if you're sitting chair, sit on the chair, and you're sitting cross-legged. Okay, so you inhale through your nose, you exhale from the mouth. Inhale, exhale mouth. Inhale, exhale from the mouth. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale powerfully, fire mouth. Last two. Inhale very, very long and deep. Tarik the breath. Inhale. Take a gap. Let the body feel the breath. Let the body fill up with breath. Exhale. Last one. Inhale long and deep. Exhale. Relax. Okay, let's actually do one more. Sit straighter now. Inhale. Exhale. Be still, don't move. Hildani. Let's do Ad Gure Name again and just now Paisa flashed the meanings. It is the start of Sukhmani, is from the mouth of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So, if you are traveling, you get in the car before you turn the car key, you can do Ad Gure Name. On the flight, I was just about to leave from home. Ad Gure Name, I bow to the primal Guru. Jugad Gur Name, I bow to the Guru before the ages. Sat Gur Name, I bow to the true Guru. Sri Guru Dev Name, I can't see the last part. Hamindapal, you can read the last part, sorry.
Bow to the great divine Guru.
Okay, thank you. I bow to the great divine Guru, Sri Guru Dev Name. And we had discussed in a Kalke when Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, perfect Guru, God in human form, was asked who's his Guru. He shared it. Don't mind if people can mute, please. Okay, mute. Thank you. So Guru Nanak Sahib was asked who's Guru Nanak's Guru, and we had shared this the last time. And Guru Nanak had shared, yeah. Okay, let's chant Ad Gure Name Sari. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Sare jani jaap karo. Ad Guru, use your stomach and keep it muted, but y'all keep the computer, but y'all chant and listen. Chant and listen to your sound. Don't worry about the mind. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Japo, Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Japo te suno. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Now we will chant Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. Then end off with a few Sat Kartar and we will start. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. Japo. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. 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 Japo. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. 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 Japo. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. Waheguru, 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 Wahi Jeeau. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Last 4 cycles, everyone with heart, mind, soul. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Enjoy the gap, the still, the silent. Enjoy the gap, the still, the silent. Okay, 5 times. Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. By the grace of Guru Ramdas Ji, Hamid the Pao, can you just recite monotone? I humbly ask you, Rogante or Sogante. Then you recite one line and go through the meaning and explain to us, and we will hear deep. If you can lead this part, one time you recite the entire Shabbat and go one line and just, I know there's the translation meaning, but you share also the translation meaning. Take 4-5 minutes and share this with us if you don't mind.
Anji, Waheguru Ji, Gurdwara Sahib online, if you can share the Shabad, that would be nice too. Otherwise, I'll just read through first time. Rogante ar sogante, jal jogante bahut bhant bachave. Satra anek chalavat khav, tautan ek na lagan pave. राखत है अपनों कर दे कर, पाप समूह न पेट न पावे. और की बात कहाँ कह तो सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे. The first line, Rogante or Sogante, I think he's having problem sharing. It's okay. I'll just explain and I'll try to
Yeah,
see.
you share. We hear you.
Yes, sorry, Maafi Chandiya.
No, there's no sorry for you.
Okay, let me try doing it also from my phone in just 1 second. Then at least you can follow along. But the very beautiful thing I want to share while we try to share the screen is, this is from the Dasam Granth Sahib by
Yes.
Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So that's the difference. Those of you who are searching in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you won't find the Shabad there. It's in the Sri Dasam Granth Sahib. You may be able to see my screen now. Rogante ar sogante, jala jogante bobhant bachave. It's basically talking about what I would say is called divine protection. Whenever we are feeling fearful, like if you do your chapaisa, you will also remember the word Sukhi Dasaya Moro Paravara. So Rogante or Sogante, it's the same. Like it's saying, basically, help me protect my family. That's what it's asking for. Help me protect me, myself. Help me because I need your protection. I need your grace because we are the devotees. So Rogante or Sogante Jal Jogante Bopant Bachave. I'm looking at the last word, that's Bachave, which means he will be there to protect us from all kinds of problems. Then we look at the line in deeper. In a deeper sense, it says that basically from all harm, whether it's physical or spiritual, that Waheguru Ji, that Lord God will protect us. So this line, it's talking about, if you look in the English meanings, it says he protects us from many blows, which can be physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual, financial, or any kind of issues that come in our life. He will be there to shield us. But the bottom line is, are we the devotees? Are we the ones who are actually saying, yes, God, I place all my faith in your hands? That is the part that is difficult. And I think when we are even faced with numerous challenges and attacks on us, in any kind of challenge, any kind of attack we have, we got to have that faith that Waheguruji's grace will ensure that no harm will befall us if we are faithful. Is that a good condition? Say yes if you believe that. Let's look at the next line. It says, Satra anek chalavat kav tau tan ek na lagan pave. The enemies may try to give us so many blows and strike us in every way, but none will come and touch our body. So in this line, it's specifically talking about the outside protective shield. If you know that Shabad Chogird Hamare Ram Kar Dukh Lage Na Pai, I'm sure you have heard of that Shabad. If you got time, we'll discuss that. But Chogird means all around me, all four directions. Chogird Hamare Ram Kar. It's like a line of protection that has been drawn all around me, I'm protected. Dukh lage na bhai. No pain, no sorrow, no difficulties, no kind of, you can say, challenges will ever come us. So this line tells us that if we have divine protection, then no matter how many enemies we have, how many obstacles we face, Waheguruji will be always there to protect us at all times, everywhere. Seva. The third line. Rakhat hai apano kar de kar, paap samu na petan paave. When Waheguruji is there to Rakhat means to protect us. Apano kar, when he regards us as part of his own being, then Paap Samhu na Petan Pave. Paap is any kind of sins, the wrong things that we do, any kind of misdeeds, the negative energies can also be Paap. So I think here it's talking about when we ask for his Kirpa, when Waheguruji takes us into his own hands, then we are no more responsible for what happens in our life. We give our responsibility, we surrender, we matha take, we bow our heads at his feet and say, Sagal Dwar ko chhad ke, Geho Toharo Dwar, Bahin Gehi ki Lajas, Govindas Tohar. Since it's time for Rarasap, this is the line we always hear in the Rarasap too, that now I have given up all other doors, I've come to your doorstep, I bow my head humbly at your feet because I've realized I cannot handle my life myself. Too many things are happening. You are the one who is going to protect us. Then no sin, no negativity, no challenges will come into our life. And the last line in this beautiful Shabad says, Aur ki baat kaha kehto so pet hi ke pat beech bachave. They say the mother's womb is full of fire. It's very hot. It's very heaty in there. And that's why the last line is using that as an example that what else can I say? What other examples can I give you? Oh Lord, when I was a baby, an infant, even before I was a baby, from the time of conception until the time of birth, I was in that extreme heat of a mother's womb. And in that membranes of the womb, there was nothing else to protect me but, oh Lord God, aur ki baat. Means what other examples can I give you? Kaha kehe to so. What else can I say? So pet hi ke pat beech bachave. Even within the fire of a mother's womb, which is very extreme, God, you were there protecting us at all times. So why do I waver? Why do I have this doubts in my life that you won't protect me in my times of difficulties today? So I think to summarize the entire Shabad, there are three takeaways. Number one, if we have the divine protection, it will underscore the unwavering protection of the divine, no matter what the challenges, no matter what the adversaries are. Lord's grace will always be there with us. And when you come for the 3 hours with the University of Sikhism.com, they go much deeper into it. But the second lesson, I think, is about grace. Grace is called Kirpa. We need to pray for Kirpa because when we have grace, it is central to this Shabad because it highlights the unconditional love that Waheguruji has for us, that he will take care of us because Rajveer will remember Khalsa ji always used to start Smelans with Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera bandha, tu mera prata, tu mera rakha sabani thai, ta pauke ha kara Jeeau. You are my protector everywhere. I have your protection. So ta pauke ha kara Jeeau simply says, I've got nothing to worry, I've got nothing to fear because the divine will take care. And when you come for the 2 days trainings, which we do in good Gurdwara Sahib all around the world, we go into these Shabads and we start with that Tu Mera Pita and we end with the Tu Mera Pita every day because we want to go back home feeling that we have that. And the last thing that I'll mention is it's called surrender. That's the third message of this, which is the most difficult, because if we really want to have true protection, it only comes when we surrender to the will of Waheguru Ji. By trusting in Waheguru Ji, we will experience the fullness of His grace. And when we come for that 1 week boot camp, the Smilans that we do with the University of Sikhism, nowadays we do them on Zoom for the last 4 or 5 years. But before that, it was also in real life. But that's when we go into deeper in this, because I'll end off with this. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic world, like Rajveer said, he also rushed in here today. There is a very fast-paced world, and we got to realize that this Shabad will offer us the solace, it will give us the reassurance, it will remind us that we are never alone and that divine protection is always available to us. Some practical implications I would say is we need to cultivate the faith. So if we don't have that for the next 28 days, let us try to develop a deep faith in divine and keep finding peace and comfort in these challenging times. Number 2, let us let go, because surrender simply means to let go of the control, trust in the divine plan. Number 3, let us be of service to others. If you know other people who are going through pain, let us bring them on this 24-hour Gurdwara Sahib online, which is such a blessing after COVID on Zoom. We can align ourselves with the divine will, experience the blessings of Waheguru Ji. And the last but not least, let us every day practice that mindfulness, that Simran, that Bhakti, because that will help us to stay connected to the present moment and appreciate the divine presence in our life. So if you can, let's close our eyes and let's once only just listen to this Shabad, 4 lines, and may God protect all of us.
Can you recite it 3 times? I'm going to sit and listen deep. 10 wari, just monotone and recite.
All right, let's do it 3 times then. Close your eyes, everybody. And as you close your eyes, allow yourself to go into a deep state of relaxation. Rogante arsogante, jal jogante bopant bachave, satra anek chalavat khav, tau tanek na lagan pave. राखत है अपनों कर दे कर, पाप समूह न भेट न पावे, और की बात कहाँ कह तो सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे. रोगनते अर सोगनते, जल जोगनते बहु भांत बचावे, सत्र अनेक चलावत घाव, तौ तन एक न लागन पावे. राखत है अपनों कर दे कर, पाप समूह न भेट न पावे, और की बात कहाँ कह तो सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे. रोगनते अर सोगनते, जल जोगनते बहु भांत बचावे, सत्र अनेक चलावत घाव, तौ तन एक न लागन पावे. राखत है अपनों कर दे कर, पाप समूह न भेट न पावे, और की बात कहाँ कह तो सो पेट ही के पट बीच बचावे.
Thank you, Harminder Pal. I want to ask you one last question. If you can keep it in a minute, I humbly apologize. There's one part of the Shabad that the akhar is Jalla, correct?
Yes, Jal.
What that mean? Exact translation of that word in this Shabad.
Jal means water. If you ask the real Punjabi traditional meanings of Jal is water. So even here in this line, it could be referring to Rogan, means bodily pains. Sogan means emotional distress. And Jal Jogan means even in times of drowning. I don't want to go further than that, but I was in the name.
Jal, repeat that last part again.
Jal Jogante.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
It's also a self-reflectory process for me. This year we're doing a Akal Care, and I'm trying to compile some Shabads for cancer patients. Because the body is 60% water, and then there used to be a camp, the Aaukhadh Naam camp they used to do. So over time, this is a prayer to Guru Ramdas. He gonna guide us, but I have a thought for next year. So I'm just, thanks for sharing. And would you say, let me ask and I'll end off the sharing with you, asking you, would you say, Harminder Paul, that this could be a Shabad, could be for anyone who has just as a scientific approach to, don't mind me asking, anyone who has a chemistry imbalance nowadays, number one. Number two, disease of the blood, and they can listen to this. Of course, Guru is the healer. Guru decides with the Shabad how to heal. Guru is the healer. But can you say this is a good one maybe to recommend people who have blood diseases and fluid disease in the body? You think that's a relevant question here in a very specific way?
Okay, for a specific answer, the answer
Please.
is yes. Because you mentioned something about the camp. That word is called Sarabroka Aaukhadh Naam.
Yeah.
If there's another Shabad, maybe we'll also put that in that compilation that you're trying to do. But Sarab Rog means all illnesses. Naam is after all, the real cure. Because Mera Bad Guru Govinda. So since you mentioned 70% of our body is water, scientifically, from a chemistry point of view, then of course, if we heal and we purify that water within, that 70% of us will be healed because that water is being cleansed. Now, there's a Japanese scientist. I won't take it in 1 minute, but we'll talk about how he used all kinds of positive affirmations to get that water to actually crystallize in different forms. So when he was saying vulgar words and negative words, the crystals were very disformed. On the other hand, with positive affirmations, they were very beautiful. So I come back to your question. Sarabroka Aaukhadh Naam. The Naam is, after all, the healer that's going to heal us anyway. And if you look at Gurbani, it has got so many. Aaukhadh means a medicine. Aaukhadh Khayo, Harko now. That means I've eaten the medicine. Khayo means to eat, isn't it? Aaukhadh Khayo, Harko now. I only ate the medicine of Naam. I don't need to take the medicines of the world because there are too many side effects of the worldly medicine. However, Avar na Aaukhadh tant na manta. Guruji says in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, no other tantric charms, no any other thing is going to heal other than Avar na Aaukhadh. Say wow. So it's all in there. And I would like to end off with one. I mean, there are so many answers I can give you to your question. But Gur Sabad Kamaiaa, that is the key words to it. Gur Sabad Kamaiaa, Aaukhadh Har Paiaa, Har Keerat, Har Shant Pae Jeeau. This is a one line. This one line alone, if you can start chanting and heal people, this channel shouldn't just be 40 minutes once a week. Anytime anyone needs healing, let's come back here, because we are not just healing that one person who needs help, but we are healing ourselves and everybody else. Yes, and I'll tell you, this line may be too long, but Gur Sabad Kamaiaa means when we act according to the teachings of my Guruji Shabad, Aaukhadh Har Paiaa. Guruji says that's the real medicine we will get. Har Keerat. Of course, we got to start doing Kirtan, singing the praises, and then the effect will be Har Shant Pae Jeeau. That's when peace will come to the mind, body, and soul. So that's the short answer to your long question, that yes, the only medicine is the healing power of Naam. And the science is there behind it. We can, of course, go into it, because I'll tell you, the fluid element, the jal, 70% of water, it is significant. We clean that water within our body, that bloods and everything, cells, you are saying, will all become okay. Our temperature will regulate, our nutritions will transport correctly through that blood, our waste will come out correctly, and suddenly you will see healing take place physically. Because after all illnesses are what's that word? I keep forgetting that word. But something dynamic or something. It's all in the mind. That's why Man Jita Jagjit works, you see. Because if we can heal the mind, we will heal the body. And I got no time to go into this, but sound as a vibration, I've heard you speak about it too. The Naam vibration, it's vibrations, mate. That's why we vibrate, because everything vibrates. I will speak about that later, but water as a conduit, that's the 70%. That's the cleansing that's needed. And then at a cellular level, that healing takes place, because Naam will penetrate to that cellular level that no one is talking about. That's how promotion of the healing will happen. That's how we will rejuvenate, revitalize, and re-energize and be ready for a beautiful future. So this is the science of sound therapy. The University of Sikhism taught us a lesson on it. If you want, I can go and dig out the notes again, because they spoke from a modern science perspective, how basically it's all therapeutic when you listen to that Simran, that Kirtan, and not just what we do in the Gurdwara Sahibs as a ritualistic practice, but it is actually a healing practice. So what you said in the Shabad, Sarab, Roka, Aaukhadh, Naam, when we do this chanting, even when I just do these Shabads, people say, oh my God, suddenly my pains in my bodies are gone. Suddenly, I think I just had a good 8 hours of sleep. Now, that kind of testimonies, money cannot buy. I hope that answers your question in summary, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for now. Thank you. Okay. I would like to honor the time. We have a few more minutes. I would like to randomly today ask 2 to 3 people again. Take a minute or two. Just share. It doesn't have to be like when I share, like you have to go to a topic. Let me ask.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Can I share? This Shabda was introduced to me by my mother-in-law when I was pregnant with my second child. It was a very difficult pregnancy I had.
Which Shabad?
Rogante or Sogante.
Yep.
And I was throughout bleeding. And I could not, I was immobile. And I had to go through a very tough pregnancy. So my mom-in-law, she prayed a lot doing this Shabda. And she did tell me to do also, but I could do as much, but I was in pain, was weak and all that. And I will definitely say that this Shabd really, really saved me and my child, who is 13 years old today. So if you say healing a disease,
thank you for
healing
sharing.
a disease or blood or fluid related, yes, this Shabd did help. So it's
Thank
my
you
personal
for sharing. And I will reach out to you personally. The reason I am, I don't really plan. I will feel something and go with essence. That's just my style.
Yes.
But lately I asked Guru to compile. I asked Guru for 2, 3, 4 Shabads that can be meditated upon, chanted. And the reason is, in my so-called work that I do, I've had a lot of Punjabis in our community lately diagnosed with cancer. And I'm talking about a lot. I'm going to share a lot. One of them is someone again close to me in my family. My dad passed of brain cancer, but because of that, he was given a timeline. He was a prayerful man, a very honest man. But that last 6 months, by the grace of Guru Ramdas, he did a lot of job, and his cancer was intense. And then I've shared with y'all many times the process, what the doctor said. He looked like he passed. He had 4 tumors in the brain, and glioblastoma multiforme is the most aggressive form of brain cancer if you Google it. And at that time, I checked with 2, 3 Gursikh doctors. One of them was Dr. Sorom, who worked on one of the Prime Minister's wife here. So I'm just sharing. At that time, I did a lot of research. And lately, when people have had this, and the answers I got back were 2-3 people. One was Sant Baba Sohan Singh used to give 2 to 3 Shabads, very to the masses. Tati Vauna Lagai, Okhi Kari. And I think then a few Puratan Guru Sikhs used to give this Shabad a lot, Rogante or Sogante. And the Puratan Akhan Kirtani Jatha, they will do this Shabad a lot in their Kirtan too. I'm talking about the Puratan Guru Sikhs from each Jatha. They will do Rogante or Sogante. So the answers are coming back to me, and I'm trying to compile in a very simple way for me being a simple person. Simpleton, a bit too simple. But anyway, thank you, Harvind Kaur, and I'll reach out to you soon. Okay. Let's end off. I'm going to highlight 2 people to share. Ravinder Kaur Sandhu. Take a minute and share something. Anything. You got a minute. Anything. Share from your heart. Don't think.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be blunt out honest right now that I really think that, I've thought a lot about this, and then I really feel I've always said it, I'm this, I'm that. But as I actually reflected, I've attended your lessons and everything, I've realized one thing. I still got a long, long way to go. I got a long, long way to go in maintaining my emotions, my thinking, my life, everything. And one thing I still struggle with, I will be really honest right now, I still struggle with, having flashbacks, thinking about the past, having maintaining discipline. As much as I want to be stabilized, like stay in the present, don't go to back, don't go too forward. I really feel that I'm still struggling to stay in the moment, and I want to know that how can I really do that? Because it's really, really, I really feel like it's really too much on me that I'm going into the past, I'm going too much in the future. It's causing me overthinking, and why? I really got a lot of work to do, and on myself, honestly, I really feel that I really have a lot of work to do on myself.
Okay. Ravindip Kaur Sandhu.
Yes, sir.
Waheguru. I cannot give you the answer within a
Okay.
minute or two, and I may not have the answer. But let me acknowledge something.
Okay.
What you have shared is bare honesty. You stripped your soul, and you are sharing so honestly that hearing you, this very few on the planet can strip themselves, recognize, and just bluntly share a very brute honesty. Number one, I really appreciate that. Number two, to solve a problem is first to recognize the problem. It's very easy to say, very few do that. Number three, I would like to invite you as to myself. Whenever you're on any part at home or you're doing any chanting in whatever, how short, long, don't worry. Don't worry about that for now. Don't worry.
Okay.
When you listen to the part, Bani, Shabad, or you are attempting to do chanting or whatever practice that you're doing.
Okay.
Maybe invite this thought that you are not going to solve it. Don't try to solve it.
Okay.
Don't put that much baggage on your shoulders.
All right.
When you start chanting or listening, share to the Guru at that time in your mind, say, Guru, I can't solve this. I just can't. I cannot. I've tried with my mind. I'm really upset. This is my state. I'm going to leave it to you. Whether you solve it or not, I do not know. But try to surrender, to try to like mentally to try to
I
solve it.
understand
Like
where you're coming from.
so
Just-
much baggage that you are
Just let
putting
it
to your
go.
mind to try to solve it. Like surrender that, where you don't try not to solve it. You don't need to solve this. Number one. Number two, it's just surrender that idea that you need to solve this.
Okay.
When you're chanting and listening, try to practice that next few days at least and see where you go with it. I
Yes,
don't know. I can't solve it for you. I'm just saying, see where you go with it. At
Yes.
that moment of chanting or listening to the part that you're doing, surrender the act of trying to solve it. Surrender it to the Shabad, to the universe, to the Guru.
I've tried, Vijay, because every time I on the nickname, right, the moment I hear Japji said, the moment it starts, my eyes start tearing on the spot.
Okay,
On
my
the spot,
bad.
it just starts tearing.
Yeah, then allow that. When you need to cry, cry.
Okay.
Don't block it or stop it because of the conditioning. Just next few days,
Okay.
allow a natural process, and maybe try to not to solve it,
Okay. Just
for
let
the
it be.
next few days.
Okay.
Yeah. We can.
Yeah, I mean, I try because sometimes I try like, okay, just let it be. But then sometimes I say, no, I think I need to solve this thing. I need to solve that. But it's just not like. But sometimes it's like it's just not in my hands. I try my best. I try it in my way to solve the things that I in hand. But I can't. I just can't.
Okay.
And it's really frustrating.
Ravandeep,
Yeah.
there has been a conditioning in my own mind that I need to solve a weakness.
Mm.
I have never been able to solve it, and I'm 48. I have never been able to solve it. Number one. Number two, I'm not trying to advertise, but in the last 20 years, I've met a lot of heavyweight Guru Sikhs and saints, and I'm surrounded in the work that I do with very deep spiritual people. But when I work on surrendering
Mm-hmm.